Iran's coming demographic crisis. It has been known for some time that Iran is about to experience a demographic crisis in the coming years. A number of factors are at play, but two certainties are undeniable. First, the authorities in Tehran are hell-bent on politicizing the matter. Second, a sustainable reversal of the demographic decline requires sweeping socioeconomic changes and loosening of the rigid rules that govern the Islamic Republic. The data speaks for itself. The age of the average Iranian has increased from 22 years in 1950 to 32 years in 2019, about 2.5 years older than the global average. Reports from Iran suggest that if trends continue, the country could have the oldest population in the world by 2050, when 1 out of every 3 Iranians will be over the age of 60. By contrast, in the 1980s, Iran was one of the fastest growing countries in the world, with a 4% growth rate, adding 18 million people to its population in the decade from 1981 to 1991. 20 years ago, Iranian women had an average of 5 children, while today it stands at just 2. Trends are influenced by many socio-political and economic factors, and they change over time, but the decline in the birth rate is clearly not all about more awareness and better public health. There is an undeniable sense of hopelessness in Iranian society, affecting everything from record high rates of those who want to emigrate to record low numbers of new marriages. From 1996 to 2017, the rate of abortions increased by 375%. This data was released by a media outlet close to the Revolutionary Guards, the powerful hardline power brokers that forever see foreign conspiracies behind any news they do not like. In this case, population control programs pushed and funded by international organizations are to blame. The evidence would suggest, however, that no one factor can be blamed, but at the same time, there is no doubt that Tehran's foreign policy, which has resulted in unprecedented sanctions and economic hardship at home, plays a major role in the declining demographics. Again, the data is telling. Since 1979, population growth in Iran has overwhelmingly come from rural areas of the country, but even this segment of society is no longer immune to the pain of sanctions. Former President Hassan Rouhani's government admitted that in the last year alone, some 1.2 million jobs were lost in Iran. Of this number, 817,000 were in the service sector, while 346,000 were in agriculture in rural areas, leaving many young men jobless and frustrated. Instead of worrying about an aging population, the authorities in Tehran need to worry about the armies of young, unemployed Iranians who have no faith in the political system that governs them.